You know when your kids are too sick to be in school, but they are also too healthy to be home? You know when they can't go to school because they're having a cold, they are coughing like hell, so they can't be in school. But when they are home, they seem to have so much energy and they are just all over the place, but you still can't leave them in school because they are too sick to be in school. Yes, that's where I'm at. Which means that I work from home and I have my kids at home, and when I'm done working for the day, they have been waiting all day to get some attention and do something fun, and they are just all over the place. So now I finally put them to sleep and I am enjoying some alone time. And when I had a day like that, I just want to do the things I love the most, and that is making videos for you about fragrances. But there is actually one other thing I really love to do when I've had a rough day. And that is my friends, my other passion. So my first, well, maybe not my first, but one of my huge passion is these bottles. I absolutely love fragrances, and you already know that if you have followed my channel. One thing you may not know about me is that my other passion is what you can see here. And this is a bowl of candy. So I actually felt like eating some candy, but I also wanted to make a video for you guys. And then I thought, well, hey, how does these two things go together? And then I was thinking like, well, making up a really good bowl of candy is actually like making up a really good fragrance collection, because you need a fragrance collection that is varied. You need some variety. You need something that is sweet. You need something aromatic, something woody. You need a leather fragrance. You need something fresh, and that's like when you are making up a great bowl of candy. I mean, you need something that is just sweet and fruity. You need some licorice for something darker and cooler. You need some old classics like this one. I love this one. But this is actually what they call old people's candy here, but I just love them, can't help it. Well, then I'm old, I guess. Then you need something a bit tart, sweet. Yeah. I just guess I wanted to eat candy and tell you about it. And as you know, no one is sponsoring me with the fragrances, but I wouldn't mind being sponsored by some wonderful candy brand. I wouldn't have any trouble eating candy every video and telling you guys about it. So if there is any candy brands out there who want to sponsor me, feel free to send me an email. Well, some of you have been asking me to tell you more about the fragrances I wear myself. And the thing is that when I talk about fragrances for women, the videos are not going good at all. No one wants to hear about it. But since some of you actually has asked me about my fragrances, even if this video is only going to get like some 100 views, it's worth it because you asked, and then of course I'm gonna tell you. So one of my absolute favorites still at the moment, and this is actually one that I have been talking about that I haven't been able to use for quite some time because it was connected to some really bad memories, but now I don't have that connection with this fragrance anymore. I just straight up love it again, and it is Casablanca Lily from Byredo. This is such a beautiful one. It's white floral, sweet and fruity, and it has my favorite note of plum, and it also has a wonderful, very prominent note of tuberose. To me, this is an extremely feminine fragrance, and every time I have it on, I feel like $1,000,000. It makes me feel very feminine and very classy. And this is one that I really like to put on when I have an important day at work to get this beautiful but professional touch, but I also love wearing it when I want to be romantic. And this is from Byredo, and they are not that cheap. And this is unfortunately one of their most expensive ones. But I am going to make up for that because I have some other ones coming up. And one of my absolute favorites when I want to feel extremely elegant and classy is YSL Libra. This is such a beautiful feminine fragrance, but with a lot of boldness in it. It has the most amazing mix of a huge dose of lavender, then it has some vanilla, there are white florals and some woodiness to it. This is really not an ordinary, boring kind of fragrance. This stands out, it makes you stand out, and I do love that it has lavender, which you often find in men's fragrances and not that often in women's fragrances. And I think that's why this one is so feminine, so beautiful, but still with a lot of attitude and class. So well, I didn't buy the candy just to look at it, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and for my next one I have Gisada Ambassador for Women. This is such a wonderful, sweet, fruity, floral and slightly powdery fragrance, and it has the most wonderful opening that actually reminds me a whole lot of Aura from Mugler. Then it has a lot of floral notes, some woody notes, vanilla and tonka bean. And as I said, this really reminds me of Mugler's Aura, which is a beautiful fragrance with rhubarb, and I just love it. But this has more layers to it, it's more interesting. Aura from Mugler can be a bit nauseating if you overspray it, but this doesn't. This is a beautiful fragrance for women and it has a be-smooth performance. So if you're looking for some kind of fragrance for maybe your girlfriend or wife and you want to give her something different, something that not every woman has, you should definitely try out Gisada Ambassador for Women. And coming up to the last one of my favorites at the moment, and it is Ariana Grande, and this is God is a Woman. And this one really surprised me because I had never ever smelled it, and when I smelled it the first time I just loved it. This is flirty, it's fun, it's fruity and sweet and slightly powdery. It has pear in it, there's powdery orris and there is vanilla. This is a beautiful one, and if you have smelled La Belle Parfum and the pear in that one, yeah, the pear in this one is kind of similar, but this really is its own scent. Okay guys, that's it for today. I'm going to eat some more candy and I'm going to get some work done before it's time to go to sleep. This was not a good idea to eat candy on camera because now I'm chewing all over the place and I'm also talking with food in my mouth, which is not a good thing. Well, I hope you can be okay with that. And now I'm gonna eat some more candy and I will see you soon. Bye!